Hi, I'm Megan Kane and I'm the editor of the Agora. Welcome to our first episode of the forum this school year, where our new staff members take turns interviewing each other, so you get to meet the new staff.
Hi, my name is Shay Van Zant. I am a 17-year-old senior at Dundee High School. This is my second year through the dual enrollment program at MCCC, and this is my first year at the Agora.
Hi, I'm Reese Bowling. I'm 19 years old. This is my second year at Monroe County Community College, and this is my first year on the Agora staff. So how are you doing today, Shay?
I'm doing pretty well. It's been an interesting Labor Day weekend for sure.
Yeah, I heard you said in journalism you got into an accident, almost an accident, correct?
I was riding my jet ski with my stepsister, and a boater came out of nowhere and we had to fly off of it. So we jumped off going 40 miles an hour, and the jet ski went into a bunch of muck and couldn't get it started for about 10 minutes, and we're 3 miles away from the house. It was pretty interesting.
Have you been doing that for very long, jet ski?
Kind of, yeah. I got my license when I was 15, so
nice.
I've been doing it for a little bit, you know.
Nice.
Do you jet ski?
I've never been, but I've always wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I mean, it's kind of similar to snowmobiling. Have you done that?
No, I don't.
Really?
I want to do that too.
Have you been skiing or anything?
I've never been skiing, but I have gone sledding, but that was when I was younger. So I mean, that was like when I was probably 9 or 10, you know.
All right. So I can tell that your favorite color is black.
Yes.
And I see on your pins you have Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein and his bride. I got
Beetlejuice character, right?
Beetlejuice, I think the giant worm, Edgar Allan Poe, and then this is my my one buddy. He owns a design company.
Oh, really?
So I represent him.
What design company?
Crazy Squirrel Graphics, and
cool.
he does professional wrestling and horror, and
Really?
yeah, it's really fun.
Horror? What's like? Does he have anything to do with the...
we do. A couple of my friends and I are doing a haunted attraction this year, and he made the posters for it.
Where's that at?
At the FOP on Strasburg Road. It's actually a little ways from the school. So when you turn from the school, you go down a little bit. It's right there. To turn off, you won't miss it.
Yeah, so you like Halloween stuff?
Oh, most definitely.
I can tell with the Jack
Yeah, the Jack
Skellington
Skellington
earrings. I love
earring.
Halloween too.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
My
season.
friends and I were so excited. September 1st, I went and shot a promo for the haunted house. Got all my clown makeup and everything.
So you do clowns?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. This is going to be my first year as a haunt actor.
I used to do when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, my mom owned a haunted attraction in the Irish Hills.
Oh, nice.
It's called Stagecoach Stop.
Oh, yeah, there's still, some of them are still doing it. It's called Haunting in the Hills now.
Yeah, my mom, she actually started it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was a part of that for about 3 years.
Oh, sweet.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool. And so would you say, so your mom started it, correct? So would you say that was a big influence on you with Halloween? And
I think we've always loved Halloween. I've always loved horror, but I can't watch horror movies.
Oh, yeah?
I get really scared. I love scaring people. I just can't be scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and, I like horror movies. My sister doesn't. So certain ones, like Frankenstein, she's fine with, but not like with Evil Dead or anything like that.
How old's your sister?
She's 19 as well. We're triplets.
Triplets?
Yeah, and it's me and we're surviving. My brother passed away.
I'm sorry.
And thank you. And but no, it's real. I'm 2 minutes older than her, so I always say I'm the boss. You know.
Yeah.
I'm the one in charge.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
I mean, you did say ladies first.
Yeah. So ladies. So even though I'm older, I do. She's the one who will if anything comes down to it. You know?
That's good. So you have a good relationship.
Most definitely.
I wish I had siblings. An only child.
Only child. But have you always lived in Monroe?
No, actually, I grew up in Clinton.
Oh, okay.
So it's about 30 minutes west of Dundee, and I
Okay.
live in Dundee right now. I went to Clinton until my freshman year, and then I moved here for softball, actually, because I want to play in college.
Nice.
I'm actually up for a scholarship for Western Kentucky University, up for a full ride. But if I don't get that, I still have a scholarship to go there.
Nice.
And I'm actually doing this class and everything so I can do better at that college. I want to double major in journalism and broadcasting with a minor in photojournalism and end up on the sidelines of the NFL on ESPN.
Nice.
That's my main goal.
It's really cool.
And I know you're into photography.
Yes.
You work with the Monroe News, right?
Yes, I've worked with the Monroe News for about 2 years now.
How's that going?
It's really nice. I like staying with the community. You meet, I mean, you meet people when you're working, but I mean, you get back into the community and you get to see people's react. You know, you get to see from like their point of view almost.
Yeah.
So, and you do meet a lot of nice people that way.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to help you in the future maybe, because you never know
Most
who you're going to
definitely.
meet.
No, you
like I
never
was
know.
saying in journalism earlier, I met this random person who kept getting in my way when I was trying to take pictures, and all of a sudden I found out that my teacher who teaches my business class worked in the NFL for 11 years and is giving me the contact information for the head of PR for the ESPN.
It's really cool.
Hi, my name is Layla Pavlik. I am 17 years old. I go to the middle college on the Monroe County Community College campus, and I am a new member of the Agora.
Hi, my name is Ashley Atkins. I am 51. This is my first year of college and my first year on the Agora, and I'm returning to school after 20 plus years.
Okay, so my first question is actually, why did you decide to come back after so many years?
I actually had not thought that it was something that I could do. I pretty much figured I was too old, and I had already been on disability for a couple years because of health problems. But my boyfriend is actually the one that encouraged me to do so. He had gotten a bachelor's degree in his late 40s, and he was planning on still going back. He is going to still go back and get his master's, and he had told, asked me, why shouldn't you go back? What is stopping you from doing it? And I couldn't really come up with a good answer. And the idea of going back to school just seemed very exciting, and there was things that I wanted to explore and do. So I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. And I figured, worst comes to worst, if something I couldn't do, then at least I gave it a shot.
That makes sense.
How about for yourself? What's it like being a high school student on a college campus?
It's definitely been an interesting experience, but since it's my 4th year of being on the campus as like a high school student, it's gotten a little bit easier as the years have gone by. In the beginning, I was here during the COVID years, and so it was like a really weird schedule, and I wasn't here very often at the college. So that was a little bit weird at first. And then in my sophomore year, finally jumping into being on campus full time was really a difficult change. And then I started my first college class that second semester. So it was definitely an interesting experience. And sometimes you'll find professors who will underestimate you, since I am a high school student in their
Right.
class. But that just depends on if they know if I'm a high school student or not. Sometimes they don't know that you're a middle college student, so it really depends on that kind of stuff. But it's definitely a really rewarding experience. Like I've made a lot of friends, and I've met some professors who have really encouraged me to do a lot of things. Specifically, Mr. Bergmeyer, he definitely helped me decide a lot of the things, which is why I decided to take this journalism class and to do the journalism workshop.
Yeah, I had gotten into the journalism workshop because of email I gotten from Megan, and then she just said, come down and check it out and talk to Professor Bergmeyer and see what, see if you can get in, if you want to tell him you want to join. And it's like, okay. And talking with him, and he was like, well, why don't you join the journalism class too? And I was like, okay, sure. And I was like, I originally thought I was just going to take 2 classes, and now I'm taking 4.
So how exactly does your family support you in this? Are they like really supportive of you deciding to go back to college and such?
Well, it's a kind of an interesting situation. I originally am from Arizona, and I left Arizona because after I had gotten divorced, some things happened, and it just something I needed to do to move on. And I have a good relationship with my kids, but they're all in Arizona, so being away from them is really difficult. I miss them a lot. I also have grandchildren that I miss a lot. But I have my boyfriend and his son here, and his daughter, and some of his family and friends that have now become my friends, that have been very supportive and very encouraging to me. So, and most importantly, he is very encouraging and supportive of me doing this, and that's been a big push for me. So, are you an only child, or do you have siblings?
I have an older brother. He is going to be turning 21 October 17th. And he actually is the reason why I decided to go to the middle college. He was in it before I was, and really just kind of opened my eyes to the experience. And if I end up deciding to graduate with my associate's degree, I'll be a first-generation college graduate in my family. And my brother's planning to go back to school, hopefully, in Florida. So I have him, and he's been a really big support in my life for a really long time.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you talk about the associates. Do you know if it's going to be in journalism, or do you have another path in mind?
For the associates all of us at the middle college we go for the health sciences. So we do all the requirements for that one.
Okay.
I believe we're able to change it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick with that path because that's one that's easy to fall back onto later on.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do after I graduate. I'm not sure if I want to pursue a career in journalism. It never really even was like a thought in my mind to do anything with journalism until Birdmeyer had told me about the classes and such for the Agora. So it wasn't really a big thing for me at that point in time. So I think that I'll just continue with this path that I'm on and just see where it takes me.
Very good. Nice.
What was your previous profession before you ended up deciding to go back to school?
So I've done a few things over the years. The worst job I did was waitressing. I hated it, every second of it. And then I started working in the healthcare industry. And so I first worked as a caregiver at an assisted living home. And then I ended up, in 2003, I went to school to get my medical assistant certificate, and ended up not wanting to work in an office with the doctors. It wasn't something that I was really enjoying, so I instead fell back on part of that training of phlebotomy, and I ended up working in one of the hospitals in Arizona for 10 years as a phlebotomist. So I did that, and then when my health started to decline, I ended up having to leave that, and I ended up as a real estate assistant, and I did that for 7 years until I ended up being laid off right before COVID.
Hi, my name is Margaret Sandifer. I am a senior at MCMC, and this is my first semester on the Agora.
Hi, my name is Cullen Terry. This is my second semester at MCCC and my first semester on the Agora, and I'm excited to get started. Have you ever done a writing class before on the topic of writing?
I've done like the generalized English classes before from school, and I've picked up a lot from those, but I've never actually been in a like writing heavy course. So I'm very interested in seeing how everything works.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What about you?
Yeah, I did the Journalism 1 class for this, and that was interesting. I feel like it definitely influenced. It's interesting. It didn't influence so much. Like I feel like I kind of expected it to influence kind of my voice in writing, but I would say it more so influenced the way that I kind of find information and the way that I kind of dissect it and come to understand it myself, which is really interesting. But yeah, I find journalism to be pretty fulfilling, like in terms of writing things down and seeing it come out the way that you want it to, like eloquently and finely.
So what are you looking forward to most with the Agora? Is there anything in particular that you've been really wanting to do.
It's kind of like what you had said, and kind of like it's kind of like what you had said that you were interested in, and kind of like what I had touched on in writing, and kind of finding the right words to fit the right sentence, and kind of speak creatively, even though it's still very, just finding creative but correct words to use. Has your learning of at MCC affected the way that you study or gather information at all?
I would say definitely. I've learned to approach things in my own kind of way, like finding what works best for me. There's been so many different things that I've been taught during my life of like how to study and, methods of learning. And I think being at MCCC, I've definitely gotten a better chance to figure out what works best for me instead of what other people are telling me to do, and just using that.
Definitely. Have you had a class with Mr. Birdmeyer before?
Yes, actually, last semester I was in his mass media class. That's how I ended up here.
Funny, I'm in that class this semester.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just now getting to enjoy it. Yeah, there's plenty to learn, but it's all exciting stuff, I think.
Yeah, I had taken it last semester, and then he approached me about joining the Agora, which was a really, really cool opportunity.
Most definitely, yeah. Honestly, I was here for the fall semester, and I was gone during summer, and the whole summertime I was looking forward to getting started at the Agora because, yeah, he kind of planted that seed, and I was like, that seems like a really interesting idea. So, yeah, did you have any idea that you were going to be getting into like journalism as the avenue in writing, or like, because for me personally, I had an idea of like writing or communication generally is interesting, but I had no idea that journalism would be the avenue that I would pursue as heavily as I am. So I'm curious if that's the case for you as well.
I definitely think I'd always known that writing was a path that I wanted to go down, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to go about it. I wasn't sure if I would become an author, or, I've always been very interested in music, and I've been very interested in songwriting. And so it's shifted a lot throughout the years, and I think when I came to MCCC, I really had my sights set on coming to the Agora. So I wouldn't say that necessarily I'd always planned on it, but it was something that I'd always hoped for. And now that I'm here, it feels a lot more real.
That's awesome. Yeah. Do you intend on like continuing forward in journalism generally?
I would say probably. I'm not
Nice.
100% sure yet.
Right. No path is set in stone, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think same. It's something that I find very interesting. Have you written any articles yet?
I'm working on one right now, but I've not officially written anything for the Agora yet, and I'm looking forward to when I get to publish my first piece.
Gotcha.
You haven't written anything yet? have you?
Same, working on it. It's going to be interesting to publish because everybody has to have a first publication, so it'll be interesting to see where we start and where we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Megan Kane. I'm the editor of the Agora, and we're here in the newsroom interviewing each other. I'm here with Sydney Robinson, and we're just going to get to know each other a little better. So, Sydney, how long have you been a part of the Agora, and what are you here for?
This is my first year being a part of the Agora. I've only been here for a couple of weeks, and I've just been interested in journalism and photography and just taking pictures of events around the school. So, Megan, how long have you been in the Agora?
So this is my second year at the college, and my second year in the Agora. I joined the Agora as an incoming freshman, and I was the editor last year too. So last year was kind of a learning experience, but this year I have it a little bit more figured out, I would say. Yeah. So I know that you're in school a lot. How many classes are you taking?
I'm taking 4 classes right now.
Wow, and plus the Agora, I know that's a full workload.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're not at school?
I like to read, and I also like to paint, and I ride horses in my free time, and I like to go fishing.
Do you have your own horse?
No, I don't.
Where do you ride horses at then?
At a farm up in Monroe. I think it's like 10 minutes from here.
Oh, cool. And then what kind of stuff do you like to paint?
Just like anything, like animals, people.
Do you like to paint horses?
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. Do you work anywhere when you're not in school?
Nope, I did have a summer job, but my last day was back in August because
Was
I
it
had to go back to
anything
school.
fun?
Yeah, I was at a state park.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
What do you like to do in your free time?
You know, that's a good question. I don't have a lot of free time. I'm currently working 4 jobs. I have 3 jobs at the college, and then I work at an ice cream shop on the weekends, but that'll close soon because it's seasonal. But I really like going to parks and just walking around, you know, reliving my childhood, and I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Like, more than I should. Like, I watch a ton of movies. You know where you want to go after you graduate from the college?
Right now I'm working on my Associate of Science degree, and then I want to transfer to Grand Valley State University.
Oh, cool. What do you want to study there?
Wildlife biology.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense with your state park and the horse. Yeah, that's cool.
Do you know what school you want to transfer to after you're done here?
Yeah, so after this year, I'm going to graduate this year, and then I plan on transferring to probably MSU to pursue broadcast journalism specifically. So,
That's cool.
staying in the journalism field.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us.